another recent video, I talked about how China has implemented a new law in an attempt to curtail the amount of time and money that minors spend on video games. And if all works according to plan, it should be available somewhere right up here, I think. I'm going to try to put a link in the video this time. Never done that before, so we'll see how it goes. But this video kind of ties into that one just because of something that we've had to deal with on YouTube recently. So people who create videos for YouTube, we're being required to comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. And actually, it's that YouTube is being required to comply because they were recently fined over, I think it was over $100 million actually, for being out of compliance because they've been collecting the personal information of children. And so the Federal Trade Commission stepped in to stop them from doing that. And so YouTube now, in order to make sure they don't run afoul of it again, they're changing the way that videos go up on their website. And they are requiring that every video either be marked as made for kids or made not for kids. And so what that's going to mean, it's going to be, I think, especially bad for channels that actually make children's content because in order to not collect personal information, they're making it so that videos really cannot be, or channels rather, cannot be subscribed to. So that you can't be sent notifications, because if you're sent notifications, that means you have an email address, you have access to an account. And on top of that, they're making it so that comments are disabled automatically on all of those videos because they don't want children to be able to be contacted, and they don't want anything learned about them so that they can be targeted with any advertising. So that is going to be very bad for those channels. It's probably going to mean the death of a lot of those channels because advertising on them is really not going to be worthwhile for anyone. But I think it's also going to have impacts on channels like mine. So I decided to set it up so that all my videos are going to be marked as made not for kids, because I want to be able to send out notifications. I want people to be able to comment on these videos and have a dialogue. And so I can't set them as being for kids. But the thing is, there's nothing in my content that's actually bad for children. In fact, there's a lot that is good for them. I'm here to talk about the gospel. I'm here to talk about the salvation that's available in Christ. You don't have to be 18 years old in order to understand that. But now YouTube is kind of setting up this segregation between young and old audiences that's going to cut a lot of people out from things that could be good for them to see. I think it's going to be a problem for a lot of us. And this ultimately is a problem that has to do with paternalism, just like I talked about with that video about China. This is a place that parents should be stepping in. They should be the ones to decide what their children watch, what information of theirs goes out, and whether they're going to buy the things that their children ask for. This is a big part of that. If they were to control those things, if they were to not abdicate that responsibility, then the government would not have to step in to try to take this role. And it's going to create problems for all of us. And so you can see how these little things, they do just kind of add up. So we've maybe not gone as far as the Chinese have, but we do still have a government that's stepping in to fill the role that parents are supposed to fill. And the impacts of that, I don't know how great they're going to be, but I do just feel bad for myself and for a lot of content creators that now we have to wonder, are kids going to be able to see the things that we make when they should be able to? And the concern is there that they're not. So I really don't know what the solution to that is other than parents stepping up. But maybe if you have ideas on that or just some questions, or maybe questions about anything having to do with Christianity and the Bible, you can put any of that down in the comments, or if you want to get in touch, there are links in the description below that you can go to. Thanks for checking out this video, and until next time, keep looking up.